There's only one other time I saw a mold like that. And, I was just getting the kiddos away from it pretty quickly because it seemed dangerous. But that poor polar bear, I had no idea it could do something that bad. Oh, I'm so glad we were able to save the poor guy, though. Hopefully he wakes up and is able to go about his life all right. So here we go, just walking into a cave full of mold that can mind control us. Oh, this will be something else, don't you know?
Oh God, I'm just so scared. I'm still just fixated on the discovery we made between episodes that the guy who just dropped from the ceiling is wielding a battle axe.
Yes, he is.
Dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah, so this guy, who you guys can probably assume is Fingrath, drops from the ceiling. Bolka, you made your reflex save to roll out of the way.
I rolled very well.
You rolled very well, and I rolled a d8 to see which way you kind of had to jump to get out of the way.
What'd you find out?
I rolled an 8, so you went to the top left diagonal. So where
turn
you
the
are.
middle side top-wise.
Yep.
Right where you are.
And then we have Fingrath, which is dropped right next to you. And yes, he is indeed covered in kind of this amalgamation of mold that's writhing around on his body. And then in the mouth of the cave on the other side, we have Ghost and Marge, Vasilisa, Gary, Valdeen, and then in the very, very back, we have Silja. Roll for initiative.
Aww. Do we have to?
I mean,
like, we found the guy we're looking for.
Okay, cool. Game over. Book 3.
We just grab him.
All right, let's go.
I rolled a 4.
Little better this time for Marge and Ghost. 17.
That's pretty good, actually.
16 for Bolka. I'll be right
That's a little
behind.
better.
Right,
Wait,
that's actually looking pretty good,
I have
guys.
a 16 too.
What's your initiatives?
I have a +2.
I don't have a I was born without a modifier.
Unmodded.
All right.
Which is pretty fun, actually, to just, it makes my spread nice and wide. I might be a 1, might be a 20, who knows?
Who knows? Okay, cool. So then our initiative order is, once again, at the front of the pack, we have Silja, and then we have Marge and Ghost, Vasilisa, Bolka, and then we have Fingrath and the Mindslaver Mold, Gary, and then in last place, Valdeen.
Jeez.
What even is this?
Okay, my prediction is that Silja is going to rush up to her husband. She's going to get infected, and we're going to have to save both. Well,
Kill them both. Yeah, I agree with Marge.
That's way more interesting than what I was planning to do.
She's hollow. She doesn't have any loot. That's a better story.
I mean, she does have loot. You
We're
guys
not in
know
this
she
for
has
the
magic
story.
items.
She's
on.
hollow.
Yeah.
She's got magic items.
I mean, do you
We
consider
don't
someone
know what's in
spleen
her
an item?
pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that magical?
Could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, then yeah,
She-
creature?
the magical
Okay, cool.
organ.
Spleens aren't magical, but pancreas, pancreai
Pancreatises.
are
Oh boy.
What if
magical,
we
yes.
find out that
Pacrenuses.
actually her what is she? Holdras, instead of having a heart, just have a fist-sized ruby? Would we kill her for a fist-sized ruby?
We have a bag of silver bars. Do we really
The
need
answer
more?
is-
The
But
answer
do
is
you have a
we
fist-sized
wouldn't.
ruby? Who cares about the silver bars? It's not about wealth. It's about possessions.
9/10 of the law.
9/10 of the law.
Anyway,
All right,
we
so
wouldn't kill
boy.
her.
probably not.
It's a cute romance. Why would we?
I'm fine with just jumping into this.
Let's
So Silja gets to go first, and she goes, "That is him. That is Fingrath."
And we have Gary with us, too.
He is.
So we have Fingrath and Fingeroff.
Oh.
We should. It would be a delight to introduce them to each other.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, the greetings would be quite comical.
They could make a secret handshake.
That really only they are capable of.
So is this mold all part of the same organism, just broken up into pieces?
It's a high find.
Oh.
So my challenge on the mold, does it still exist? Okay.
No, I
That's
won't.
where I was-
No,
That would be clever, though. I like that.
that's a clever loophole you tried to pull.
I would have given it to her.
You never know.
So
Challenge your husband.
I challenge the mold on your husband.
I'm just waiting for one of us to make a "but does he break the mold" kind of a joke, and
Well, I mean, he really is a fun guy.
there we go.
It's gonna be me or Zach that said it. One of us is gonna get there.
Sealja is going to move up, kind of standing in front of Ghost. She's standing right inside of the cave entrance, and you hear her chant something, and she takes out a fistful of powder, and she throws it into the air and thrusts a hand forward, and then it all kind of ignites and explodes out, and she's going to cast Color Spray, only hitting Filgrath and the mold.
Nice.
Okay.
I hate that spell, but nice.
Yeah.
And you're far enough away to where it's...
I'm not having flashbacks right now.
That's
Hopefully.
I'm facing the wrong direction, too.
There's no direction in Pathfinder.
So Filgrath needs to roll a reflex save, and then she also needs to roll a spellcaster check versus the Mindslaver mold because of the spell resistance. Okay, so the Mindslaver mold saves.
Oh, come on.
Curses!
So nothing's going to happen to that.
Does
But-
Fingrath save?
That's the question. Yeah, he saves. He passes on the button.
All right.
So she runs up, she casts Color Spray, which was really cool, but it is completely ineffective. Marge and Ghost, you are up.
On the other hand, the mold is a lot more fabulous.
Mhm.
It's all colorful. Marge will yell out, "Don't forget, just aim for the mold!" And she's going to issue another challenge
Okay.
against this mold. So everybody gets +2 to their attack.
Yes.
And she's going to swipe. That is a 21.
Okay. The mold is going to attempt a reflex save, and it is going to fail. So the mold gets hit.
Yes, yes.
And I do extra damage because it's challenged. So that's going to be 10 points
Okay.
of slashing on just the mold. And Ghost can actually attempt to bite. I don't think Ghost would want to touch it. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want.
I wouldn't
Ghost
put my
to
mouth
touch
on
it.
this thing. Would Marge even want Ghost to have it in her mouth?
No.
Because like that's your best friend getting taken over by this is a sad, scary thing.
Yeah. So Ghost is going to just chill.
Yeah,
Okay. I think that's a good call.
gonna chill.
I think that's a very good call. Smart call. Smart call. Moving onward, Vasilisa.
Vasilisa is going to glare at the mold.
Okay. Cool.
Evil eye.
Evil Eye. Awesome. What are you imparting on to the mold?
Okay, first off, I know it's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mind-affecting effect. Is it immune to mind-affecting effects?
It technically is immune to any mind-affecting spell because it has plant traits, but it's also an intelligent being.
No, but what's the verbiage of the immunity?
Immunity to all mind-affecting effects. Charms, compulsion.
Then it's immune because
Yeah.
the evil eye specifically says this is a mind-affecting effect.
Okay, so that fails then.
Yeah. So
fair.
I try really hard to glare and then say, "Oh, stupid plants. I don't think that they care about mind tricks. Take note, Bolka, because you do mind tricks."
I cast Charm Moss. Ooh, good one.
Good choice. Bolka.
So he just rolls out of the way. He's like, "Oh, Fingrath, why must you do this?" Hey, you made the fun guy joke.
jokes are bad and you should feel bad.
I am mind controlled, and I know that was bad. Bolka's mace is still en fuego.
Yeah, for 4 rounds.
From he was trying to clear the way, so he is going to deftly attempt to like smack some of the moss off of.
Yeah.
And what kind of bonuses do we have going on right now? You should have challenged, so I should get a +2, right?
Correct.
To hit. Okay. But my wisdom is down, and that actually reduces my to hit. Oh. Part of why this build is so cool. 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Oh, so I'm swinging with this flaming thing, but I'm nervous. I don't want to hit the man. I want to hit the mold, and I just I'm too overly cautious, and I miss.
Okay, I love that.
I whiff, but I stand here and I make moss jokes.
Okay. And then we move to Fingrath. Good old Fingrath. Fingrathy Groth. Fingrath is going to respond in kind. He's only really noticed Bolka drop down and missed and is just staring at him. And he is going to take his battle axe and he's going to swing it down at Bolka. A 9 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, he misses. He totally whiffs it. And
It's like we're play fighting against each other. We're just whipping over each other's heads.
Right. So that's Fingrath's move. And then the Mindslaver mold attached to him is going to shoot out a spore. And a 15 will hit your touch AC?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So 15 hits your touch AC. I need a fortitude save.
Is it evil by any chance?
I don't think so. Pretty sure it's neutral.
Is it cold?
It is evil.
It is evil?
Yeah, it's an evil plant.
Oh. Well, in that case, I got a 15.
15 is exactly what you needed.
Good job.
If it was not evil, I would have missed my save.
Again.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn.
Good job. And that is Fingrath and the mold's turn. We move on to Gary. Hello, it is me, Gary. I am going to be firing my crossbow now. Ka-chow! Ooh, Gary. 19 to hit, which will indeed hit the mold. And Gary is... Oh, hell yeah, Gary. Gary is going to deal 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Nicely done, Gary.
To just the mold?
Just the mold, because the mold already used its reflex
Oh,
save
nice.
for the
That's right.
turn.
Only once per round.
Mhm. Once per round, it's an immediate action. So Gary deals 7 points of damage and reloads his crossbow. And he's like, haha, take that, you green thing of the nice man. Haha! And he said it in common, and he's very proud of himself. Last up in the group is Valdeen.
I will 5-foot step in front of Gary so I can see the mold. The mold man.
Yes.
The moldy man.
Yep. You kind of position yourself between Vasilisa and Gary. You just move between them. You get a clear line of shot. No negatives imparted.
Perfect.
And you surrender.
I surrender this bullet to the
Hey, there we go. All right. Take a shot.
Okay, actually I rolled really low on the attack.
Oh,
so-
no. It's a bullet.
Yeah, it's
So
a
low.
14 against touch.
You fucking miss.
I missed.
This is the first time you've ever
Did you
missed.
add
I've
your
missed
plus
before.
2 from the challenge?
in the beginning.
I did add.
Oh,
And you do
I
have a
forgot.
+2.
I forgot the +2 from the challenge, so that'd be 16
Yeah,
against touch.
Haha, take back your excitement,
You
sir.
hit.
Marge is here to make
Marge
sure.
is here. That's great. Yeah, no, you totally nail the mold.
Okay, then I do 14 points of damage. to the
Jesus fuck.
mold.
Okay.
I'm very lucky and bonusy right now.
Yeah, Marge is meant to aid. That's what she was built
It's
for.
really cool.
Marge just makes everyone feel better and more confident the way the best parents do.
Aww.
Oh.
Valdeen, talk to me about what it looks like when you destroy the last of this mold.
I see this mold spore that's like moving around on the guy's shoulder, and I just aim right at it, careful not to hit his head, although if he dies, it's no big deal. But
I feel like I need to roll some kind of conclusion for that. Please continue.
I already
It's a big deal.
yeah, that's probably a big deal. I see this thing moving on his shoulder. I'm like, okay, I can take off that piece right there, and I aim for it, just sight down the barrel, just, and it just explodes.
Yeah,
This big explode of green
Yeah.
and moss.
It blows off, and you see the rest of the moss, just like kind of enough of it has been disrupted and moved around that like it kind of loses its sentience.
Nice.
And we're out of initiative.
Woo!
Sweet.
You guys crushed it.
Okay.
Remind me never to put mold against you guys. You are beautiful exterminators.
I'd like to walk up and do a heal check on Fingrath.
Yeah, what do we see from
Please,
Finger Rash?
Please do.
Valdeen twirls his gun again and holsters it.
That's a 13.
Fingrath is actually pretty healthy.
Silgia, your husband looks... I mean, I assume this is your husband.
Yes, it is. And
He
she
looks
runs
pretty
up
okay.
and embraces
Yep.
him, and he's just kind of like coming out of it. And he looks up.
Oh, Silja. Where are we? I had the strangest dream.
Oh, my dear. And they just kind of hug.
Aww.
And outside the snow just kind of silently falls, and you guys see the the mold just kind of start to shrivel up around them and die throughout the cave.
I was a little worried about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Should we clear out
Because
the
we
rest
shot
of
it
this
with a
cave?
gun. That's how that works.
How big
Gun
is the
down
cave?
that mold.
Can we see
Yeah, it's like a little.
all of it?
Yeah.
Is there anything in it?
Nope.
Well, we should probably get back and make sure everything is okay with Kappa and the kids.
Oh yeah, we got a long journey still.
And Marigold. Priorities.
Can Valdeen perception the room at a 25?
Yeah,
Don't let
Do
him
I-
do it.
nothing.
Okay. Yeah. There's no.
The cave is just dead mold, y'all.
Looks like this cave's empty. We
It
can
is a
head
good
back.
spot to sleep if you want to not be in snow, but you also have a fucking cabin that you can sleep at now.
Marge, check the cave just to see if there's anything in there.
Oh, I trust Valdeen.
Let's be...
got
He's
pretty
usually pretty
sharp
good at
eyes.
these things.
Look out for polar bears on the way back, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
do want to make sure, now that I know polar bears live in this area, I'm a little worried that the polar bear might eat my donkey, so we need to go back and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, all right. I'll just open my map and we'll click the button and fast travel back to the cabin.
So something I didn't bring up to you guys.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Is this? We're walking back and you're talking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now that I've got this banner up and everything that you guys can see, of
Yes,
Sarah
and Norm.
and Norm.
It's like a family crest now.
Oh, it's meant to encourage everybody. So from a meta standpoint, and I completely forgot to tell you guys this, so you could put it on your sheets, because it is a continual thing. As long as my banner is flying and you're within 60 feet and can see it, you have a +2 to your CMD
Oh.
and a +1 to any attack on a creature that is threatening an ally.
Nice.
Just constant.
That's pretty good.
If you are
Awesome.
within 60 feet of me and can see my banner. I don't get this. Only my allies get this. So it's kind of like a, hey, I've been helping you guys out. Now I'm going to help you out to help me out when I'm up on the front lines.
Very nice.
Nicely done, guys. So working your way back to the cabin, once again, takes about an hour to get there. But once you arrive, you see that Vrix has a little ball of fur next to him that he's brushed off of Marigold somehow. And Marigold's there just kind of like swishing her tail, and he's just like chilling. And the lights are on inside, and you see smoke coming from the chimney.
Oh, how is everything, Rix?
Fine.
Are you okay?
How are
there?
you? Oh, look, that guy's new.
Yeah, this is Fingrath,
Okay, what happened in
Husband.
the last 5 minutes
That's 5 minutes.
to make you this out of breath?
I've
Something.
been brushing the donkey.
Oh, I did not realize it would be that much of a workout for you, Rix.
I got through the mane and then the left back leg.
I am
she
most
kick you?
appreciative.
No, she tried though.
Oh, Marigold.
Yes.
And Vasilisa strokes her ears. What a good girl, but don't kick Vrix unless he's mean, okay? And she smooches Marigold's little nose.
Aw.
Or big nose, I guess. She's a
Aw.
donkey.
Blushes and donkey.
Oh,
Thank you, Vrix. I apologize if it was a lot of effort.
It was a lot of effort, but I wanted to do it.
I appreciate it.
You see, this
Excuse me.
is what I was telling you. He's actually trying.
Vasilisa gives him a single berry.
What? Thank you.
You earned it. I have nothing else to give you, so
Cool.
let's get inside. It is very cold.
Bolka tries to wink at him slyly if he catches his attention. Like,
Mm,
okay, you're doing it. You're doing it.
what time is it? Because it was like halfway through the day when we got to here, right?
yeah, so it's probably nearing like 3 o'clock or so.
So we can either travel more and sleep in the snow or stay here
You-
and
you-
lose some time.
Of course, I mean, you all are more than welcome to stay here if you have been traveling. I mean, we have plenty of space and beds, a warm fire. I'm more than happy to cook.
I think maybe for the sake of the children and also because I am very cold, we stay here and see if Stilgia and Fingrath know anything about what is ahead, talking to them. about the local area might be worth a few hours lost on the road.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
We'll save the time of setting up camp, too.
It does feel like Goddess has led us here to this point.
I was going to say the spirits of the Harl, but sure, it's Bolka that's doing it.
You guys can all share the good fortune. There's plenty to go around.
Separated lovers, though, is like bread and butter for Bolka. It's just the getting lovers together, especially lovers that maybe the society does not
He's got a
accept so
point.
much.
Yeah.
She is all about the plus. She already showed us the fox earlier.
Okay,
That ate the rabbit. I don't know. Was the mouse the rabbit or?
Stop taking cards off the top of your
No,
deck.
it's just
It's
like
just never good news when
It's
you do
a
that.
reminder that maybe Bolka knows something about the theater, so I'll listen to him this time as he theatrically tells me it's all Bolka that does everything.
If we stay here nice and, a good night's sleep, we can leave real early in the morning and get a good start to the day.
Is there somewhere safe I can keep my donkey overnight?
Yes, I think we have some. We can set up a little tent outside for them.
Wonderful. Just a nice little overhang.
Yes,
keep
protects
safe.
it from snow, and we will
Yes.
brush it the bottom snow out of the way. We will make it very comfortable
Oh,
for the good
yes.
girl.
Marigold is a beautiful donkey, no? Yes?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Good.
And Fingrath goes outside to brush the snow and set up the little tent, and Silja goes over to the kitchen. She starts pulling out, some meats and some vegetables. And
Oh, you need help there, dear.
Oh no, please! This is the least I could do for all of you. Please sit down, relax, make
there
yourselves.
are a lot of us, though.
I trust me, I will be okay. Please enjoy yourselves.
Valdeen finds a chair and leans it against a wall and kicks back, puts his feet up, and
There you go.
relaxes.
Vasilisa's taking off her cold weather gear because she does whenever she has an opportunity.
Marge will be kind of clearing the area, making sure there's a space for everybody to sit for dinner and make sure the table's clear, because she's got to do something. She's not allowed to help cook. She's got to clean.
Can't even pluck an owl.
So Bolka, how did everything go?
You would not say successful. It was successful, yes.
Oh, good. It is good. You guys do not look too badly hurt either.
No, there was definitely danger, though. I got touched by this spore or some kind of plant tried to
Isn't it still in you?
get in me. Oh no, I pulled it out immediately and just threw it on the ground. But I still feel actually a little bit sick from it. But no, other than that, everything went well. We did not hurt or harm any innocent. There was a polar bear that was very sweet that almost got hurt, and Silijan's husband almost got hurt too. But we were very careful.
Oh, good. That is good. I'm glad everybody is good and okay.
Mission success. How are the boys?
Oh, they are wonderful. They took a nap by the fire. They've been playing in the nice shelter. It has been a very nice change of pace for them.
Good. And so you're okay? Maybe we stay here tonight and then leave in morning?
Yes, that is
Okay.
fine with me.
Very good. And I play with the kids.
While dinner's
Nice.
being prepared, Vasilisa is going to sit in a corner, probably just kind of curl up, knees
Okay.
up on a bed,
Nice.
and plant her little mirror on her knees and take a few minutes and cast a mirror spell.
Nice.
Is she going to look at Azalea again?
Maybe.
Just kind of
Here's the thing. She,
Cuddle.
in her mind, she's trying to think what's the most useful mirror to look through. It's obviously going to be the Pale Tower one. But also, what is
But
the one she
self-care,
most
though.
wants to look through? So actually, I think it's 50-50 at this point. which she
self-care is
chooses.
useful.
And I'm actually
Roll a
going to roll
D100.
for it. You know what? Sure. I never roll
It
a
should be a
D100.
weird split, though. It should be 42
What
or
do you
lower.
think the percent chance is, James?
I think home. I think now that she's inside
That's the
of a
stronger
house.
percentage chance. She's thinking, plus reuniting lovers.
Yeah.
And
I think she's thinking of Yosef. I think
Okay,
she's thinking of
so
her
there's
little
a
cozy
a
home.
62% chance that she will choose.
Guys, no. 69.
All right, fair.
She's thinking of
So
Yosef.
if it's
thinking of
higher
Yosef.
than 69, it's the Pale Tower. Okay, she got a 64.
Okay.
So she casts her spell. It connects with the mirror in Old Mother Theodora's house.
Okay. Looking at it, you see a wonderful glowing sun ray peeking through the windows. as the sun has started to set in the west. You can see the rays coming through. You see Azalea just kind of like sprawled out on the floor.
Blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. No. She has a little...
Wrong campaign.
She has a bowl of water next to her and an empty bowl of food, and she's just out stretching and relaxing.
Oh, our food is empty. We must get back.
Well, I will watch for the full 10 minutes.
Cool.
And I will go ahead and make it so that anyone in the hut can see back.
Okay.
I'll just gaze fondly, probably sniffle a little, and just kind of tug my headscarf forward so that if I cry a little bit, no one can see as easily. Vasilisa does not like being in Irriseni.
It's a bad place. It's a very bad place, especially for her.
And she's doing that for a total of 15 minutes because it takes 10 minutes to cast, and then she has 5 minutes where it's active.
Okay.
So she stares at a mirror while she's curled up on a bed for 15 minutes. Take from that what you will, everyone else.
Excellent.
I imagine she's looking at her phone.
That's what I'm picturing, is like someone just curled up with their phone in bed, but it's a little mirror.
So a little bit of time passes. Fingrath comes back in, and the smell of cooking food is starting to waft and fill the air. And Fingrath goes over to kind of a cupboard and everything. He opens it up and he pulls out a bag, and he's rustling through it, and he pulls out a bear trap.
I believe that you all should have this.
And he's speaking in Scald.
This is the most useful thing I think we own, and it is the only way I know how to repay you for saving my life.
Is this something that we need? I think it maybe would be more useful for you.
Please, even if you sell it, I'm sure it will do you more good than me.
These people clearly live in a small wood infested with polar bears.
Yes, there is a bear very near here.
Are you in threat of getting polar bear attacked?
No, I do not think so.
Okay.
Between my wife and I, we should be able to handle a bear.
Your wife seems pretty handy. She made that bear fall asleep very well.
Oh, she is
Well,
very
maybe
true.
instead of a bear trap that you guys can hold on to, you can send us off with some food. Just some
Are you sure?
fresh food. Useless rations.
Sounds
If
good to
you
me.
can spare, we would not want you to go hungry, but also food is great.
If you need food, we can provide food.
This
I
is
just-
probably an odd question, but does Sylgia eat?
No.
Okay, I feel less guilty. As long as there's enough food for you, you'll be fine.
Yes, we will be fine.
Oh, sure, that would be very helpful. Just a little extra
It
food for
would,
the kids
yes.
or
Oh,
something.
sure, I just wish there was more I could do.
No, we enjoy helping people.
Oh, and you're letting us stay here the
Well,
night?
and-
That's helpful, too.
Yes.
Would you like to come with us? We only have 6 NPCs right now. You could.
No, I fear that if other people learned of our marriage, they would kill us.
Well, we won't tell anybody. You've been very
thank
helpful.
you. I thank you for that.
But if we do tell anybody, we will tell them not to kill you because it's okay.
Well, I do not know how well people will listen to us, though, Really, I would recommend leaving Irriseni, honestly. It's a pretty shit country.
That is easier said than done.
I'm sure they
Oh,
would, they
no,
would
I
love to.
understand that feeling. Easy, yes.
This area is also very private, though. There's not a lot of people passing this way.
It's
So
true,
they
true.
got some guaranteed privacy up here in the middle of nowhere.
It is a
That's
very
good.
safe place. The worst we find are bears, and apparently that mold.
Well, I think we got most of that. I would
So
just
you
stay
should
away
be
from that
okay.
cave. Yeah.
That's the plan at least. Get back to hunting and just enjoying our time together.
Sorry, that's just very sweet, so I'm having a moment.
And Silgio brings out dinner.
Woo.
All right, kiddos, everybody gather round.
Okay.
Dinner time.
Hooray.
Is it? It's too soon.
Hmm?
Okay.
For
For what?
She's not anti-Marge yet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not yet.
They're just barely
Nah,
speaking to each
yeah.
other, but like I see that coming in the future. Like, sure
Oh,
thing,
no,
Auntie
yeah.
Marge.
One day.
Oh.
One day.
I thought you meant
Not
anti
against, like, the opposite.
A-N-T-I.
These kids,
That's what I thought too for a second. I'm like, whoa.
these kids are the
Wow.
anti-Marge. No, but like,
Anti-
oh, thanks, Auntie Marge.
Yeah.
I see that.
Anti-M.
Okay.
Aww.
That's really fucking all right. That's
Maybe not-
fucking cute. Okay.
What's crazy is I am anti-M to some people in real life because my family calls me Mandy.
That's so cute. I just
I don't know
can't.
why they do that.
So what does the rest of this evening look like for everybody? This has been the first time you guys have gotten to stay in shelter for a couple days now. And even so, it has like beds and a fireplace as opposed to like a little tiny hovel dug in the dirt.
Right?
This is probably the most comfortable you guys have slept in a week.
And I think because of that, if Ghost comes and curls up next to Marge, they're probably going to be out like a light. Marge is exhausted,
Okay.
mentally and physically, emotionally.
Sylgia, do you have a pouch of spell components?
I am afraid I do not.
Do you
The
have...
GM fucked up by saying I pulled out some powder, but
It's
indeed I do
okay.
have issue materials.
Oh, well, do you have anything else magical maybe that might... I am curious.
I mean,
is all.
besides the
Because
bear
we
trap,
may
I have
be
this,
able to
this dagger.
The
Is
bear
the
trap
bear
is
trap
magical?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I
feel
didn't
like
know it was a magical bear
I
trap.
should detect
Yes,
magic.
that's just why we were offering it to you. That is by far the most valuable
No,
thing we have.
I feel a fool. Let's...
Our apologies. We should
No,
have explained a bit better.
What does the bear trap do?
Well, on top of it being
It catches bears.
it catches bears very well, but it can ignore certain creatures if they say the special password. It will not clamp around them. And then you can also make it invisible for up to 5 hours a day.
Okay, I take it back. Yes, we would very much appreciate the bear trap. I think that we keep getting basically murdered at night when we try to sleep, and this sounds most helpful.
Yes, and if you do not want it, it is, like I said, quite valuable. You're on your way to White Throne.
Yes.
Yes.
You could probably sell it there for over 3,000.
What you know?
I think we should take that with us.
Yes, we apologize for underestimating the extent of your gratitude and resources.
No, it is quite all right.
But actually, that might literally save our lives. Having something like that could have saved lives in just last week, so good to have for sure.
Well, you want me to strap that to Ghost?
Yes, if you would. Then I think maybe even tonight we should tell everyone the password and put it outside the door.
So this is an insidious bear trap, and here is the nitty-gritty of it. On command, it can snap shut, open to release a trapped creature, or it can even just reset itself. It can ignore any creature that speaks the password. Once per day, it can be commanded to turn invisible for up to 5 hours. While invisible, it is virtually impossible to spot or disable. It receives a plus 40 to the DC of perception and disable device checks.
Jeez.
Wow.
And once a day, the trap can also be set to emit an audible alarm or mental ping as per the alarm spell whenever it is triggered.
That's really cool.
This
it's
is
a
actually very,
fucking
very
cool thing. Yeah, so it weighs
Volka's like, no, you guys should just keep that.
right? It does weigh 10 pounds. If you guys do want to sell it, you can sell it for 3,150 gold pieces.
We should use it. Like, that's just going to be super helpful to use.
Yeah, I think that should stay with us for a while.
We have enough trouble at, like, controlling our environment.
It's a great item.
True.
It's a really great
And
item.
we're going to be
We
out
should
in the
come up with a
environments.
really good password, though.
I'm
What
sure we'll
should our
think of
password
something.
be?
Booty shorts?
Something you wouldn't accidentally say, like,
Exactly.
ah, bear trap. you know what?
Oh, you know what? Here, I have an idea. The joke. I don't know whether this means it is a joke to ask the Harrow, or we should say Bolka,
That's
or
probably what it
maybe
is.
Ogre.
What if it's like knock knock?
Oh, who's there?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the joke.
the joke.
Yeah.
I do not know this joke.
All right.
Hey, Bolka.
Yes. Yes, Hedge. Yes.
And you say who was there?
Like, who is there?
I don't actually know any jokes. I just know that's how the setup is. Shoot.
And now I'm most curious to know punchline. Knock, knock, who's there?
James can't remember any object jokes.
Oh, knock, knock.
Oh, Marge knows. Marge knows one.
Interrupting cow.
Interrupt.
Moo.
That was very rude.
Yes,
Oh,
an
you are the-
interruption
you are the
should be.
cow,
I
I
get
get-
the joke. Oh, it is. No, I like it though. I like it though. Let's just say knock knock in Talden Common. Make it even more difficult for, and we teach all of the little kids and Gary
To say
the
knock, knock.
words in Talden for knock knock, and that's the password.
Cool.
Sounds reasonable.
Unless we get like one of those yuppie executives who, they walk into a room when they do not knock, but they say, "Oh, knock, knock," as they walk into the room.
Well, even then,
Then they would be disabling the
they
trap as well.
probably say it in Scald, or Halit. They don't tell them.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Is the trap going to be enough? I have a few more items.
Well, what else you got?
Oh, I have my dagger, and then I also have this scroll.
Oh wait, what kind
She
of
likes
scroll?
scrolls. Yeah.
Is it a
Remove curse.
arcane kind of scroll?
Yes.
Like for a witch, maybe?
It is arcane scroll, yes. It is
Remove
the kind.
curse.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is the kind I can use. I have not only am I Holga, but I also am sorcerer on top of
Oh,
that.
I was really hopeful you had a hidden familiar and you were a witch and we could
No.
talk to each other.
I'm sorry, no.
So now I am disappointed because I'm a witch and I like.
So people accuse you of being sorcerer.
Yes, I pretend to be sorcerer. I almost pretend to be witch, as they are liked here, but my red hair is very not white witch, so I just tend to be, spooky sorcerer in the woods.
But you are a sorcerer.
I am a sorcerer, yes.
But you are pretending to be sorcerer.
I am pretending to be sorcerer with most of my magics. I am not the world's best sorcerer, but I am a very good Holga.
So you are pretending to be human sorcerer.
You are a sorcerer
But
with
you are
imposter
actually
syndrome.
Sure, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, sure. It's more complicated. than I
Did you
think,
did you
maybe.
want the scroll then?
I am most tempted.
Yeah,
because-
say yes. The answer is
Yes, I
yes.
do. Yes, we are about to go fight many witches. We would appreciate the scroll, please.
Very well. I am happy to help you however we can. Thank you so much for bringing my Fingrath to me.
You are a cute couple, so.
She blushes.
Uh,
And you guys eat, and you have a nice night. You go and you set the bear trap out in front of the front door just to kind of get how it works and stuff. Who's the one who sets it?
I think I leave it to be Marge's responsibility because she's got it on Ghost.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys set the password, which is knock knock.
Knock, knock in Taldane Common.
Nice. And I'm probably talking to the couple about trying to get little cute stories or big lifelong how'd you meet kind of stories.
I love
Just-
it. Do you want to
just
play
try
with
probe.
that?
I'm just curious for any couple. Like, well, you two seem special, but for any couple, I like to know how you meet and what is first thing you notice about the other person. It's sweet to me. It makes me happy.
What did what did you do before you met Sylvia? Were you a farmer, a hunter, a guards person like Gary?
You have deep voice. You could be like bouncer or
Oh, I know. He was a guard for a local noble, maybe. That's why Sylvia lied and said she was from Whitethrone. That's where Fingrath is from, yes.
I was originally from Whitethrone, yes. And in my many ventures out, I was a bouncer for a time at a bar, but I never really liked the big city life. I joined up with some hunters a couple times, going out, and on one such expedition to a smaller town, I ran into Sylvia. And I was smitten with her from the start.
Aw.
Yes, he was very kind to me. I was living outside of one of the small towns where I would not be bothered, but it is hard to be alone in isolation. But he came back several times, and I was always so happy that he was there to be trading with me. And eventually sparks just sort of happened, and I was so nervous when I first revealed my true nature to him, but he did not care.
And so we decided to get away from the city where she felt more a threat and the towns, and now we live out here. We are self-sufficient, and we can just be in love without having to worry.
And you guys eat a wonderful dinner. Lots of yummy root vegetables and fresh caught game.
Marge will set up the bear trap. When everybody's ready to go to bed, she'll set up the bear trap outside the front door.
Cool. Are you going to have it be invisible?
Yes.
Cool. So you put it down, the stake slides right in when you go knock knock, and then it turns invisible.
His joke is funny joke. See, you're caught in bear trap.
Oh, and she'll come back and, okay, the bear trap is all set outside. Nobody should go outside if you can help it.
And if you do, remember the
say knock
password.
knock. Yes?
Oh, yes. Make sure you say knock knock. It's invisible for the next 5 hours. So,
Okay.
it won't be easy to see.
Just in case you need to go use the outhouse, I want you to tell me again what the password is. And Vasilisa's looking at the two ratful kids, Orm and Muley.
Knock knock.
Good job. Yes.
And remember, children, if you do not say knock knock, you will end up like Gary.
Oh, jeez.
And they look horrified for a second.
Gary's thumbs up is such an iconic image. It's all he can do. That's the only hand gesture he can make.
Oh, good old Gary. So no watch tonight? You guys just want to, everyone takes his
I'm sure we'll be fine.
You have Fingrath, you have Silja there. You are inside of a closed building.
Yeah,
With
but
a bear trap.
With a
Marigold is
magical bear
outside.
trap.
I want to watch, guys. I'm sorry. Last time we thought we were inside of a building is when Norm died. So I vote we have a frickin' watch, and that once per watch, someone says the password and goes and checks on my donkey.
Is Vasilisa, she is a little bit paranoid lately?
We cannot simply sleep without someone watching to make sure we are safe.
No,
That is all.
That is what Bolka does.
No, Bolka, you can't stay up all night long.
No,
I am
no, goddess,
deliberately
no.
misunderstanding because,
Goddess.
of course, your goddess isn't going to personally keep us safe.
Aww. She has lettuce here.
I do have lettuce. Are you still hungry? I can make you salad.
No, I am good, but perhaps for morning we can have lettuce.
Okay, well,
Let us alone.
I am more than happy to also help out with the watch cycle. Fingrath will sleep. He needs much rest, but I am more than happy to help everybody out.
That would be good.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
enough people to do an easy watch rotation, so let's go ahead and do that and go to sleep.
Yes. I think Vasilisa offered to do watch with Vrix, mostly because she's concerned that Bolka's teaching him to stab people
That's
if it's justified, and that doesn't feel safe.
So how
Evil
about Brix and Hatch switch places? So Bolka, you would be with Hatch, and Vasilisa, you would be with Vrix at the end.
Okay.
And then our normal rotation is starting Valdeen and Gary, and then Marge and Kappa. And then you guys also have Silja there. So if two of you want to take the night off of the watch, or one of you does, you can fill in with her and be fine.
Silja could watch with me and Vrix because Vasilisa has a terrible perception check. I would appreciate the help, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work. And then everybody else is comfy in their regular spots.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Ghost is with Marge and Kappa now.
That works out well, too,
Remember.
because with the last watch, Sylvia can make breakfast for everyone so that when
Oh,
they
that's
wake
a
up,
good
it's
idea.
ready to go.
Awesome. So everyone give me perception checks for your watch, please.
So Valdeen and Gary are first, so I'll go ahead and kick it off with
Okay.
Valdeen's 24 on
Okay.
his perception, and
24.
Valdeen goes outside to check on Marigold.
Okay,
And he
perfect.
says knock knock.
Everything's fine. Marigold is happily
Good
sleeping.
donkey.
And you pat her and she stirs for a second. Next up would be Marge and Kappa.
Marge got a 22. Ghost got a 27. Marge would go out and knock knock.
Okay.
Check on Marigold.
Cool, you're good. Everything seems fine. Next up, we have Bolka and Hatch.
Oh, yes. I got 19 perception. And Hatch, I know Hatch wants to be the one to take care of Marigold because like he wants that to be his job and his thing. So let him do that, but remind him to make sure you say the password of these you got just in case. But then also on our watch, I'd like to just kind of like, hey, haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with you for a while.
Yeah,
and like,
it's been a while.
Because I just found out about him. From my point of view, like I lived in Waldsby for 10 years. He was there a big part of that. Or no, just 6 months, a year? How long was he there?
Only a couple months.
Only a couple months. But I had no idea he was there. And then as soon as I found out, we fled.
Yeah.
So I've never really had a chance to be like, oh, you used to, like live in Waldsby. And did you know that there was another house spirit that was living in Waldsby at the time? Did you ever meet him? Or
No, I didn't.
taking care of there was a goat in the barn no, it was a cow. There was a cow in the barn and there was a house spirit. I didn't know if maybe because you guys are both similar duties.
No, I tried to keep a pretty low profile.
That is smart.
I didn't want anyone finding out I was there. They might, Waldsby, people either would want to kill me because the guards wanted to kill me, or they would have wanted to kill me because I was a fae, so
you did not really leave Kappa's house. You were almost always just kind of there.
yeah.
Maybe I never knew about you. You were there.
Good.
Yeah, no, you did your job. You did your job very well.
I mean, you seem really nice, and I'm glad to finally meet you and stuff. You've always seemed nice when you come over, so...
Well, Kappa's so sweet that,
Yeah, she's a good mom.
just shooting the shit.
Yeah, shooting the shit.
Talking about Waldsby.
Uh-huh. And then we have Vasilisa, Vrix, and Silja.
I think Vasilisa will go check on Marigold and give her water and food because it's basically morning.
Okay.
And she will remember to say knock knock.
Okay.
My perception is an 18.
Okay. Things look good. Marigold is very happy. When you come out, Marigold kind of like gives it a stretch and stands up and nuzzles you and tries to engage with you more than anybody else she's seen all night.
I am running out of donkey feed, so I give her a good berry because she is a good girl.
Ooh. She seems a little bit sad. Like, oh, I wanted to eat breakfast, but a treat will do. And then she eats it and she's like, oh, I'm full. And she starts swishing around after she digests it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then did you want to talk to Vrix at all?
Vasilisa doesn't quite know what to say. She's just kind of giving a Vrix a suspicious look. A little bit like what is going on with you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Please, you first.
Thanks for the berry.
No, yes, I do not know if you noticed the other one I gave you yesterday, but I left it on your porch.
Yeah, I noticed. I appreciate it.
I thought maybe since you were trying out the whole baking thing, you could try something with a fresh ingredient,
Yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that.
If you wanted.
Yeah, or maybe like turn it into like a sugary additive for the tea or something.
No, you could also put it in your coffee.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What has Bolka been talking to you about it? Night.
Morality and how I can be a good person.
So he's been trying to convince you to be the way he is? Like
no,
that kind of person?
No, he's not trying to convince me of anything. I see how everyone is with Hatch.
Oh.
And how much everyone likes Hatch and how happy he seems to be. And I want to be happy like that. And I want people to like me like they like Hatch. Because that's not something I've ever seen really before.
Yes,
but fair. It seems nice. And I know I'm not Hatch and I'm different, but I want to be more like him. And Bolka's been helping me figure out how to do that.
No, I admire wanting to be more like Hatch. Hatch is a great house spirit. But I do also think, how to put this? You do not need to be necessarily good in the way that I would say Bolka is good. in order to have friends and be a helpful, good friend who is happy.
Yeah.
For example, there needs sometimes to be a balance,
Yeah.
between the good and the bad. It's like the cards, We have some that are positive and some that are less positive, and you could fall anywhere you wanted and still be a good friend.
Yeah. I'm figuring it out. It's just trying to decide what impulses are good to keep and which ones aren't. And like not being like taking stuff from people and like, yeah, maybe I should question whether or not I should kill something, It's just it's all a lot of like second nature stuff that I'm just having to think about, like everything. It's exhausting. I think about everything I do now instead of just doing whatever.
Oh, yes, acting instead of just reacting is pretty tough.
But I think I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I know we had a rough start.
No, I mean,
you cut off my ear and I called you a lot of bad names. But
to
do
be fair,
appreciate you guys
you
keeping
are
your end of the bargain.
were working for my enemies at the time.
Yeah, that's true. But even still, you guys
Also, I was just trying to make it so you could not see to fly away. I did not genuinely think my card would cut off your ear.
Well,
So
I want you to know that even if you did intend for that, I understand and I get it.
you do?
Yeah. I mean, after everything I've heard you guys talk about and, the experiences you've had with, like, Faye and, like, yeah, like, me and all those guys were totally invading your home. Like, someone tried to invade my home and he gestures over to his little porcelain dollhouse. I mean, I would do, like, whatever I could to get rid of him, I get that. And yeah, I don't have an ear anymore, which is kind of hard, but I'm alive, which is good. I mean, you guys could have killed me at any point.
Arguably, you have it better than poor Gary.
That's true, but like, even at the end, when like we finally got to the portal, I didn't think you guys would actually let me go. I thought you would just kill me, and then you didn't, and
I may not be Bolka, but I'm a witch of my word, so...
I told people that I didn't want to go back and say that I failed and report and, get punished. And I'm sure I would have, but... I mean, the real reason I didn't go back and rat you guys out is because... I don't know, you spared me. And that was... I didn't want bad things to happen to you guys.
Oh.
Well, that is very sweet. As long as you stay true to yourself, but also stay true to being good friends with your new friends, I think you'll be fine.
Do you think that we're gonna be friends someday?
If you want.
I think I'd like that.
Okay.
I mean, you're scary and stuff, but...
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Scary can be good.
It's definitely a compliment.
Yes. Well, and if you wanted, you could be like, oh, I shall, deciding mutually to be friends is how you become friends. So I don't know what you're waiting for on that front.
I mean, you don't like me yet, so I'm working on that.
I don't really trust anybody from Irriseni, though, Not personal.
I know.
I'm sure you'll grow on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just tell me if you get a spell cast on you or do a spell on someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't know. Not that I've talked this much to you, Faye, before, but I feel like you're a little bit odd. Sylvia, what do you think of a sprite trying to be less evil or more friendly or whatever?
Well, as somebody who is a fae, who gets stereotyped a lot into being, evil, tricky bitch, Yeah, he could do it. Anyone could do it. You don't have to be what people think you are going to be or what you think you should be. You can be what you want to be.
Oh,
Like
yes,
me.
I understand
I want
that.
to be a wonderful wife.
No, actually, when I think about it, I was supposed to be a white witch, and look at me.
You are definitely not White Witch. It is nice. I like what you have going on
Thank
with
you.
yourself.
And then I think Vasilisa is going to offer to do a horror reading at some point for Sylgia, just because
Oh, she would love that. That'd be great.
So she does that. More of like a performative, like, I mean,
Yeah.
if she rolls well enough, she gets what the spirits say, but either way, she'll make it sound good.
Okay, I love that. Sylgia is definitely asking about like love and all that mushy stuff.
Children? Question mark.
I mean,
I don't think she
can
asked
they have children?
Pinocchio?
Yeah, like, is that a possibility?
They make a construct together.
So she has the wonderful card reading with you, and then I think she starts to cook breakfast and rouses everybody. And after a wonderful night in shelter, everyone wakes up, and we now start in on day 5.
Wow.
Day
So we're a little behind, though.
It's only been 5 days.
5 out of 9.
Yeah, but we sidetracked a little
You
bit.
sidetracked a
We
little
lost
bit.
like a half day, didn't
You
we?
lost about a
Yeah.
half day. But this means that you are just about halfway there. Oh, man, this was so easy. This first half had no problems at all. I bet that means the second half will have no problems either. Track record
cross fingers.
standing. I guess we'll find out what happens on these next several episodes of the Dimension Door podcast.
Mostly walking.
We're gonna see more more rocks in the
Walking
road.
in one round combat.
The walking
Yeah, you guys
simulator.
crush those combats.
There's a rock in the road.
Oh,
What
it
do I do?
super helps
I
being
was
able
a-
to do my challenge
Your
to
challenge.
give everybody
Awesome.
bonus.
And
was-
the banner, too.
I was
banner.
really worried. I'm like, this moss could be really bad for them.
Yeah,
Like,
I could. And having Marge up at the top of the initiative to be
Yeah.
able to get that reflex save, immediate action worn out before, with her higher rolls.
I kind of like Valdeen going later in the round, too. Me going earlier is not necessarily a good thing.
There was a whole genre of movies where just like the cavalry comes in at the end. You know, you watch a whole movie and the tension builds for an hour and a half, and then just the U.S. cavalry shows up and all the problems are solved. And that's kind of Valdeen's role.
Okay.
Is like let's see what's going to happen with the combat and how it's going to play out. We know Valdeen's going to catch the snitch. Eventually, anyway, we're going to win. But
Harry
what's
Potter.
the drama that comes before that?
yeah. Thank you for listening to the Dimension Door podcast. Stay tuned for a promo from our very good friends over at Tales of Aspiran. Thank you to all of our patrons for continuing to support us. You can join in at any level and receive early access to episodes as well as a title poll. This episode's title was suggested by one of our wonderful listeners, Ellie. Hey, Ellie. Thanks for being so active in the title polls. Some of the non-winning titles this time were An Irriseni Love Story, Vasilisa's School for Chaotic Good Fae, and my personal favorite, Moo! All wonderful suggestions from podcast super patron, Ellie. And of course, we can't forget our executive producers, David Lester and Callie Rose. Thank you both so much. Our editing is expertly enacted by Zac Kreitler, as well as our outstanding orchestrations. Bumper tracks are by MDK Music, and some spell effects may be from Syrinscape.
Hi, I'm Mike, the storyteller from Tales of Aspiran. On this clear night, you find yourself at a makeshift camp within the Whiteleaf Wood. Beside you, an older gentleman sits on a log with a book, writing of its own accord. The light from the stellar rings surrounding the planet bring a pleasant glow to this person's scarred face.
This story is about 4 young folks who cross paths in the simple town of Homestead, on the frontiers of Aspiran. Together, these kids save a poisoned man on the street, believing him to be a hero of sorts. Little did they know, this kindness would unravel their lives into a heap of trouble. You see, Aspiran is filled with danger. The Hearthlands will melt your body to its very bones, and titanic beasts roam the jungles and forests. Though the frontier is the worst of all. It has no kings, queens, or country, just people. People who will take whatever they want. The frontier, well, it's where heroes are forged. And I hope these kids have what it takes to make it through the fire.
Hello, adventurers. If you enjoyed that preview of our 5th edition Real Play podcast, check out our website at www.toapodcast.com. You can also find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, and most of the other free podcasting apps.